are seniors on student council.
Music, let's get out on the floor. I like to...
It's more of a formal dance, guy as girl, and it's a lot of fun.
Yep, and it follows the homecoming game the day after. It'll be like that night at the community center. Sadie's is a girl-ass guy dance. It's an informal dance and groups pick different themes. Sophomores are always Western themed.
So cowboys and cowgirls.
Yep.
You have to do it. It's like a tradition.
It's mandatory tradition.
Every sophomore has to do it.
Yes. And then the upperclassmen get to choose their own theme, and you make separate groups and you just go. It's an informal dance. It's usually held at the high school in the cafeteria, and that's usually held in December.
Bring it back. Hey, I can't forget you, baby.
Sweethearts is our third dance of the year. It takes place in February, right around Valentine's Day. It's a girl-ass guy dance, and it's a formal dance. We usually hold it off campus at a hotel, ballroom, or some type of country club or off-campus location. So senior prom is held in the spring. It's a primarily senior dance unless an underclassman gets asked by an upperclassman senior. It's a formal dance, and it's always held at an off-campus location, again usually in some type of hotel ballroom.
Spirit Week, it's usually the week of the homecoming dance, and each day is a different day. Friday is usually Edina Day, so you have to wear Edina gear to support the Hornets. Big football game.
Another tradition we have during homecoming week is to hold a bonfire or roast. It's down on the lower field, and it's held, and we usually do a huge bonfire, like a big fire with the police department comes, and it's really fun, and we have bands from the school that play. Another tradition we have is coronation during that week. It's on Thursday during the school day, usually towards the end of the school day, and that is our court that gets voted on for homecoming court and also for Sweethearts court. We have that later on in the year too.
When asking someone to homecoming or like all the dances, you usually have to do it in a creative way, be spontaneous.
Figuring out a group is always kind of a difficult ordeal. It's basically you form a group with your friends, and they're hard to kind of contain themselves, but you basically just have to find friends and form a group and plan your itinerary and everything for the dance.
I usually pick like a place like Centennial Lakes or someplace really nice where the background looks nice and you can just take pictures with your friends and
with your big group, and your parents usually come and they take pictures, and it's a big event. You can show up in a limo, you can show up in a party bus, you can even be dropped off by your parents, or you can leave cars at the high school. That's what a couple groups have done before. So
you can even walk
anyway,
there if you want.
yeah, transportation is not a big deal. To bring a kid from another school as your date, you have to go to the office and find a form. You have to fill it out, and you have to get a recommendation from either a teacher or a principal, some type of authority figure at that student's school, to bring with the with the sheet from the office, so that the school knows that they're all right to bring. Ticket prices?
It's usually $25
Yep.
for homecoming.
They vary for the different dances. 25 for homecoming, 20 for Sadie's, 25 for Sweethearts, and then prom, I believe, is $50 for both dates, so 25 again.
Yeah. This year it's actually electronic ticketing. So your ID is your ticket. Once you get it scanned, you have to bring it to the dance, and they're like, oh, it's you. So when buying a ticket, bring your date's ID and your ID to buy the ticket.
Or if you can't get access to both ID cards, you at least need the ID number so that we can enter it into our system. And that's the same for the dance. We prefer that you have your ID card, but if you don't, there's ways to get in with just your ID number. After parties usually entail going to somebody's house and hanging out. You watch movies, you have hang out. Just people are usually tired after the dance, and customarily most people do not all sleep over at the parties. Mostly it splits up into genders. So if it's held at a boy's house, the boys will sleep over there and the girls will go to a different girl's house. But sleepovers aren't always done. They're just pretty common.